The same with the guys at the vending machine who first put in the money and then 5 minutes later turn on the video camera and take it out and tell you what a great business this is, even though they make their money just with the people who follow them and buy their courses. Can you tell us a tiny bit about the reality of drop shipping here?
Yeah, I mean, that was in a completely different time. I mean, that was kind of when was it, in like 2011 or so? So it's like this didn't exist, right? So there was, I'm not even sure. That was at this, like before I had the first iPhone, right? So there wasn't even Insta. There was Insta, but just kind of to make photos, to have the retro filter for photos, if you remember that. But kind of there were certainly not the people kind of making business models out of courses. At least not on Insta. And I mean, in the reality, what we actually did was we were selling sustainable clothing that was produced already in larger volumes, but originally kind of meant to be used for merchandise, right? So that was kind of like that for music merchandise and like all these type of things. So usually you had kind of prints on that, and we said, okay, let's just to get it going. Yeah, I mean, that's perfectly fine. That was what I was wearing at that time. It's just kind of like just simple, like plain color stuff, and it was very cheap compared to other sustainable clothing that you were buying at that time, right? So where you had kind of like t-shirts from 80, 90 euros onwards, and that still being a student just didn't fit the budget. So that was a kind of completely different time when you didn't have a market for that. I mean, now you get you get a like organic cotton in H&M, right? So that wasn't the case at that time. It was very nichey, and there was actually someone that was providing that, and it was possible kind of to do drop shipping, and we just kind of iterated on building a low risk business model at that time, just to kind of to practice entrepreneurship in a way, right? To see, okay, how does it actually, what are the concrete steps to actually build up a business? What are the concrete steps, to acquire the first customers, to do marketing, to build up a community, like these type of things. Yeah, it's like it wasn't a gigantic business at all, right? But still, kind of, it was profitable, and it just worked, and that was kind of for me the beauty at that time. I wanted to get something going and just figure it out,